What's up, everybody? This is Chris coming back at you again today with another video, and today we are looking at my 2018 on-body EDC. This is my sort of minimal carry on my person, for the most part, everyday carry system. If you've seen my channel and any of my other videos, you know I am typically reviewing EDC bags or bags in general, as I continue to search for the sort of elusive perfect bag, which of course isn't possible. It doesn't exist because of all the different situations in which one would need a bag. I just did my every single bag travel video. I've done work EDCs, I've done casual EDCs, and I actually have a great video about a new casual EDC bag coming up here in the next few days, so be on the lookout for that. But today we're doing on-body EDC, and a couple reasons why I'm doing this video. First and foremost, it's been about a year almost, believe it or not, since I did my first EDC video. And secondly, as you can probably tell, I got a little bit of a theme happening here with this sort of brown. Everything doesn't match perfectly, but I got a very brown EDC right now on my brown desktop, so I'm sure it is totally sort of flushed out on camera, but I ain't scared. I am going to go through, let people know what I'm carrying and why and what I think about it. So let's get to it. First and foremost, I'm going to go with the boring stuff. This is an empty cell phone case because I am still in 2018. Hopefully not for too much longer, but who knows. I am the guy who does YouTube videos on his cellular phone. This is a Toomey T-Tech case for an iPhone SE. I had this phone last year in the EDC video. Same phone. Seems to be performing well, even though Apple's slowing down my phone to replace the battery or something. Who knows? I get good performance out of it. I try to keep space freed up so it's not overloaded. I use the iCloud as much as possible to keep the phone itself running smoothly, and for the most part it does so. So this case is really inexpensive on eBay because the SE, as many of you know, is sort of an iPhone 6S in a 5 body or 5S body or something. So this is an old case that was originally made for a 5 or 5S that is now used on an SE, which is a pretty reasonable phone. I mean, I have iOS 11 and all the good stuff that comes along with that. So I am due for an upgrade soon. We'll see what happens with that. So anyway, that's the iPhone. Going along with the iPhone, of course, is the Apple Watch. I can be seen wearing this in most of my videos. I've also had this for just about a year at this point. This is the second generation Apple Watch. I forget if they call it the 2 or the generation 1, or I can't remember. They change the names of these things so often that they're hard to sort of keep straight. But this is the second generation. Again, the third generation just came out in this past fall. And this is the 38 millimeter space gray. And I love it. You know, I've started to build an interest in traditional watches and horology, as you know, shout out to the Urban Gentry channel for teaching me a lot about horology over the last couple months, as I've watched a bunch of videos on watches. So I'm considering parting ways with this at some point, but I love the practicality of it. I love the fitness tracker. I love sort of the convenience when you need it. It's not something that I'm reading text on every day. It's not something that I'm answering every day in terms of a phone call. But there have been times when I've done both of those things because it's been necessary, and the convenience is just unreal. So it'll be hard to part with, but if I do, I might go to like a Fitbit or a discrete fitness tracker and go with a more traditional watch. Speaking of the watch, this band is a third-party sort of knockoff brand or band from Amazon. It is called Bueno or Burno. I'll try to link it in the description, but this is probably a $15 or $20 band. I have several of these. I have the fake Milanese loop. I have a couple of NATOs. I have a couple of leathers, and these are very easy to switch out. One good thing about the Apple Watch is the Apple sort of allowed folks to make this super quick magnetic quick release button for the strap, so they're really easy to change. I carry 2 or 3 in my EDC bag, and I'm really able to change up the look whether I'm working out or at work or whatever the case may be. If it's a weekend, I can put the NATO on. It looks great. So I like that part of the Apple Watch. So moving along to my key setup. My key setup has sort of changed just a little bit. I'm sorry, it's sort of the same, but it's changed just a little bit over the past year. I'm still rocking this little everyone's favorite S-Beaner. I had a couple clips. I had actually a little clip. Let me show you. It's right here. This little snake hook clip or whatever, this brass clip. I love this clip, but the little opening, as you can see right there, to slip it through your like belt loop, which is where I like to keep my keys, is so small that it was literally tearing up my belt loops because I was having to push it. And I tried to sort of extend it out, but I wish they would make this to where this opening right here was just a tiny bit more space, so it's easier to take on and put off. So this is like the snake hook or whatever. You can get this on Etsy for 20 bucks. It's a great brass hook, but it just, this S-Beaner, this is a lockable S-Beaner. I've kept the lock on the side where all the rings are, and I have taken the lock off of this side, and it's just obviously super simple to get on and off of your belt. This is the Thor key. You can find this on Amazon for 20-25 bucks. Not nearly as popular as the Orbit key or the key bar, but I like the look of this better than those two things. It's a little softer, it's a little easier, a little more in my wheelhouse in terms of aesthetic. I like the Orbit key a lot, but this has been great for me. The tension on this in terms of moving the keys in and out has stayed at a really nice balance to where it's easy to push the keys out, but they don't fall out or swing out when you don't want them to. So that, and this is sort of the same size as my clicker for my Volkswagen Jetta, and it just makes it sort of symmetrical. And that is also the reason why I went with this new flashlight, which I just got a couple weeks ago. Any EDC guy probably recognizes the Olight S1R baton. This thing is unbelievably bright for being the size of my keys. It's been super handy so far. It's super impressive, and it's just something that I sort of splurged on. If you're okay with spending $60 on a light, I say go for it. If you can spend 20 and get something halfway decent, that's fine too. But it's just it's a great light, and if you're interested in buying one, you should do it because it's awesome. If you don't think it's worth it, if you think it's too expensive, then don't, because it's a flashlight, and there are others. But for me, I had an opportunity to get one at a store, and I bought one. So those are my keys. One thing I will say about this, you probably saw me try to click this tail cap, the way I have it lanyarded on here, this tail cap for some reason has been a little finicky, and it'll spin a little bit more than I would like while on the keys, and it's hard to do with one hand, but if I just tighten it real quick, it obviously comes back on. But I'm gonna figure out another way to carry this thing. I don't like to carry it in my pocket because I'm wearing khakis and dress pants a lot, but I gotta figure out a better way to carry the light, because it's gotta come on when you press the button. So, because this is a true EDC, I have to show off my Jaybird X3 Bluetooth earbuds. These are phenomenal earbuds. Anyone who knows me, my wife will tell you that these are truly an EDC for me. I have these in my ear or around my neck all the time. They sound phenomenal. The battery life is good, not great, but it's good enough for me. I have a couple chargers. I have one with me all the time that I can always pop in to an external battery in my bag, and it's no big deal. But the battery is pretty good. The sound is phenomenal, and the fit, I mean, when they give you so many different kinds of fins, and they give you these sort of foam ear tips that have amazing passive sort of noise isolation, and they stay in your ear. They will not fall out. I mean, I know there's been some reviews out there, some really good reviewers who don't like the fit of these. For me, the fit of these is amazing. I have thought about going with some truly wireless earbuds, and maybe I will sometime down the line. But the AirPods, although I like earpods, the traditional earpods fit my ears well, the sound quality is just not nearly on the level as these Jaybird X3. So that's what those guys are, and they are really great earphones. So let's move on to the sunglasses. This is another thing I bought several months ago. I bought them sort of off season. A pair of new sunglasses. The first nice pair of sunglasses I've ever owned. The first pair that was more than $20. These are Ray-Bans. I have them in a brown case. I have two cases. These actually are a black color. I had this sort of tortoiseshell color. I then got this one because these are polarized, so in the end I decided to go with the polarized. And these are the Ray-Ban. I don't know if I'll be able, let's see, it's on this side. Probably won't be able to get it to focus that closely, but these are 4278s. These don't have any fancy name, but they're Ray-Ban 4278. They are not cheap. They are expensive sunglasses like all Ray-Bans, but I love them. I love the polarized. I have a hard time wearing sunglasses that are thick and heavy and bulky. These are lightweight. They fit my head perfectly. They're sized perfectly. They have the nose piece on them, so you're not sitting straight on the plastic or whatever, or metal, depending. So these fit my head really nicely, and they are just really exciting to get these, because I know this is cliche, but since I've had these, they have not been out of my sight. Or I used to lose them, I used to break them. Since I've had these, they're in the case, either in my bag or in my car, in the designated sunglasses little spot. So that is the Ray-Bans. So finally, in this portion of the EDC, the on-body, this is from a company called Bellroy. Bellroy makes great wallets. They make some really cool, like slick, professional, minimal looking wallets. This is my wallet right now. As you can tell, it's big. It's thin, but it is big. So you probably know what's coming, but this book came with the wallet, but this is a Bellroy Field Notes size cover/wallet. So any regular size field notes will slide in here, just slides into the back cover. Bellroy sent along a nice little notebook in there, which was very good of them to do. So this, as you probably know, I'm a wallet guy. I have a couple extra wallets. I tend to sort of cycle through them. I'll carry one for a month, and I'll switch out to another one, and I keep them, and they go through the rotation. Matter of fact, I have the Frenchie wallet, which I have a review on right here. This still stays in the rotation. I have the Waterfield Finn wallet right here. This still stays in the rotation. But for right now, this Bellroy wallet is really slick, because as you can see some stuff poking out here, when I want to be really neat about it, you can sort of tuck everything under this flap. So this holds 4 to 6 cards, as well as some cash and some receipts. So there's slots. There's 2 slots that are made for 2 or 3 cards, and then there's sort of this wide underneath flap where you can stick cash that you only have to fold in half once. As you can see, it's a little sloppy, but if you fold it in half once neatly, you can tuck it under there. It will not show. So you open this, and you don't, at first glance, so if you're standing in line at the at the grocery store, if you open this, you don't always know automatically that it's a wallet. I really like that. I also have some business cards on this side. They're not in any specific slots, but they just slide under the book. And then I have some receipts and some other things slidden under the book here. So I have found capacity to not be a huge issue with this. I do have a little backup wallet that I keep in my bag with just like loyalty cards and ridiculous stuff that I don't need. Honestly, I think I pulled that thing out once since I've been carrying this in the past month. So this is a really cool wallet from Bellroy. This is a Fisher Space Pen. It's not the bullet, it's the flat top cap with the this one comes with the clip attached. I'll try to remember and link it to Amazon in the bottom. But this is a great pen. I lost my other Fisher Space pen, unfortunately, but I just had to just buy another one because, you know, what are you going to do? So, yeah, that's pretty much my EDC. I switch out the wallets occasionally. Oh, I forgot to tell you this. Let me lean over. Occasionally when I am traveling or doing something more intense at work, I will switch out the Jaybirds for Bose QC35 first generation. These things are amazing. They are, you know, sort of as advertised. And as I do with many expensive things, I bought these secondhand off of eBay and got a really nice pair. As advertised, eBay, $200 as opposed to $350 or $330 or whatever they are now. So really good deal. So that's it, guys. That's my on-body everyday carry. It's the brown theme. Maybe in a few months I'll be back to a black wallet and a black phone case and a black watch band. But for now, I'm digging this. So let me know what you think. Do a comment, do a like, do a share. Thanks for watching Stuff That I Like channel.